Welcome to the True Kingz Podcast. I'm Divine,
I'm Zai.
and as always, we bring you royal wisdom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about Hoodpergamy. Y'all probably like, what? What's that? Modern polyamory, modern polygamy, and the future of polygamy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so let's just get into it, man. Like,
Yeah. So what did you want to touch on first?
oh man, so let's talk about the realities of where should we start?
I don't know.
Let's start with Hoodpergamy.
Okay.
Let's just get into it. So what is Hoodpergamy? I coined the term. Hoodpergamy is basically when women shoot down or upwards based on the idea of a man being hood,
Okay.
right? So he could be from the street, he could be a scammer, he could be a bad boy, fully
Yeah.
tatted, right? So she will date down, she will deal with him, and that will be her ideal man, no
Yeah.
matter if he's been to the penitentiary many times.
Yeah.
That's what she's looking for, and we're talking about specifically in the black community,
Yeah.
right? So, and then moving upwards, the Hoodpergamy, she'll date the hood rappers, the hood entertainers,
Yeah,
anybody who's basically hood,
Yeah.
right? In the black community, this is what we have to deal with.
Yeah.
So if you're not hood, you're actually getting like a smaller percentage of access to the women in our community.
Yeah. Of course.
Hence why, most of the men are, looking to go overseas and deal with
Yeah.
different type of women.
Yeah.
I see a lot of women always complaining like when they see a black man, a black brother with a Becky, right?
Yeah.
Or a woman from Thailand or Philippines, and they complain, and it's like, but you never gave him a chance. So
Yeah.
why are you complaining? Like,
It's like that whole thing with Charles Gambino. Like when
Yeah.
Charles Gambino, he said years ago they were coming at him for like him being, I think he got an Asian wife or a white wife, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he was basically saying like he broke it down. He was like, y'all ain't want me when I was in high school. Like y'all wanted like a certain type of guy.
Yeah, the
You know what
bad
I'm
boy.
saying? So
Mhm.
he was asked out. Like he was marginalized, like cut out from that, from being able to talk to a certain type of girl. So
Correct.
essentially it's like, and then they want to come back years later and be like, oh now like why are you dating outside of your community?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because be honest, when those guys want you, you don't want them, and if you do get them, the relationship doesn't last because they don't fit what you're used to.
Yeah.
So the whole problem and the reason why Hoodpergamy is so big is because
Yeah, where do you think that? All right, so we touched on it a little bit in the last podcast. Obviously, the idea, like, all right, so the difference between, there's nothing wrong with coming from the ghetto. There's nothing wrong with coming from struggle.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I came from struggle. We came from struggle.
Mhm.
It's part of life, especially like, our parents, grandparents, right?
Mhm.
But obviously, it's a shift in where like it's glorified in
Correct.
American culture. So like, where do you think like? Obviously, we know the reason why,
Yeah.
but like,
Well,
like what's your take?
I mean, it stems from, obviously, I'm not going to say, I don't know the statistics if majority of black people come from the hood, but I know a lot of black people come from the hood, right? And have close connection, whether it be their father or mother who came from the hood and then moved up in life, and they're having like the first generation of, growing up in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe their father or mother may still have some kind of hood mentality or whatever the case may be. Or maybe they grew up in that environment and then like in their teenage years, like moved to a new environment, but that's what stuck with them, and that's what raised them. So partially is that, and dealing with living in that environment and seeing the hood culture be prevalent, and then on top of that is what we see on when you turn on TV, right?
Yeah.
So the rappers, right, the ball players,
I think for the men, bro. Like, I don't know if you've been following like the John Morant shit
Okay.
that's been going on.
No, I haven't
So
seen.
like Shannon Sharp called out John Morant
Okay.
and basically said like he had posted like a tweet. I don't remember verbatim the tweet was,
Sure.
but he basically, it was some hood shit. He
Yeah.
basically was like, I think him and his friends was like hanging outside the Pacers locker room
Okay.
or hanging outside their facility, and they were pointing like red lasers at people or some weird shit like that. Anyway, and then Shannon Sharp was like, bro, like you make $200 million. You're on a $200 million contract.
Yeah.
Like, why are you trying to act hood? You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to act ghetto?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know, but like John Moran he really be trying to act hood like all the time. You know
I guess it doesn't help living in Memphis. I mean, playing in Memphis.
Yeah,
as well.
but he never grew up like that. You get what I'm saying? Like he grew up well, like decent. Like you get what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know how he grew up. You know?
Yeah,
how he grew up?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, the modern culture, the modern black culture is hood. Like, look what's on the radio.
But what I'm trying to say is, for a man, like, we obviously know the reason why a woman would want to look for that. We'll touch on that in a second.
Yeah.
But I'd say, like, I just wanted to say, like, for men, I think the allure of it is that in the black community, we associate being a man with being hood. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, he probably thinks that he's more of a man if he's able to like be imposing or threatening to someone else.
But John Moran is not threatening. I think.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about the mentality. I
think it's just the coolness factor, because, you know, people always say. I mean, people have been saying it for a long time. Like, the rappers be like, "Yo," the rappers look up to ball players, and the ball players look up to rappers. Yeah. So all of these guys, when they listening to music, what they listening to, what the rappers are rapping about.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying?
I believe it's the coolness as well.
Yeah, it's the coolness factor.
But I'm also saying that I think it's like bro, I remember specifically, like, when Chief Keef first came out. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember I was in high school, and I remember when he first came out, that his music was so different. Was like at the beginning of drill. His music was literally like, it was the first time you ever heard his music. Like, I'm gonna kill like. No.
Bro. LA been talking about that.
This
for
was
years.
like, bro, with Chief Keef, when he first came out, that was the first time you ever heard like the nigga was on house arrest, 16. Shot the video like Love Sosa and forgot the other song. Was a shot. He was on house arrest, and like that was like, it was like gutter. It was like raw.
Okay.
Anyway, my point is to say, like, I remember the impact it had on the homies, and even me.
Yeah.
Like, it made, bro, when you listen to music like that, it makes you like, damn, like, I hope somebody fuck with me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's the element I'm talking about. Like, like,
but that's what I just said.
The
influence of the rappers on the basketball players. They listen to them every day during the locker room when they're practicing. They watch the videos. This is modern black culture. You gotta understand, like, as humans, we're tribal. So we tend to look at the other person that looks like us.
Yeah.
And if that person that look at us has some cool factor or is more successful, they might even be more, because ball players getting the contracts they making more money than the rappers.
Of course, 100%.
But still, they're not glamorized on the TV as a coolness factor. All people do is just watch them on TV and play ball.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, these guys are, and then you don't know just because somebody raised in the suburbs or whatever, you don't know if that guy ran into certain experience, because it's still bullying in schools. You know what I mean? It's still certain a level of.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, he's one of millions of men, of black men who I'm saying, like, I feel like that's.
You said they're just trying to portray, because
not all of them. There's guys that's really from the hood, but I'm saying the same way that there's a lot of girls that's really not from the hood and they like hood niggas. Yeah, it's the same way that there's a lot of guys that's not from the hood or grew up in the suburbs. Yeah, and try to act hood.
Trying to act, and they're just because of the influence of the music.
The influence of the music. Yeah,
100%.
But yeah, what's your take on to continue with that? Touch on the female part of it, the Hoodpergamy. What was you saying with that? Yeah,
so Hoodpergamy, I mean, like, the females, that's what they're used to based on their environment.
Yeah.
And then now, because of, BET started, and then it came into, like, social media and YouTube, right? They're flooded constantly. Every social media, they're constantly flooded with the rappers, the lifestyle, the bad boy energy, right? Or if they watch a movie, they may see a bad boy energy, right? Yeah. The glorification of that makes them desire that type of man.
Okay.
So that's why I say Hoodpergamy. That's why they will pass up on the square or the guy who looks proper in our community. Not only in black community, this is like this. So they'll pass on that. That'll be second place. They'll try to go for the first because they think, because this is what they see on TV. It's normalized.
But then there's multiple elements of it. So, like, what do you think of? All right, so I'll.
Go ahead, sure. What do you feel like is multiple elements? Like,
so one element is that I think a lot of black women are forced into, because of the situations that they grew up in.
Sure.
They're forced into being a masculine by nature.
Yeah, 100%.
So the thing about masculinity is that in order to women are attracted to masculinity, right?
Yeah.
So when a woman is like super fucking masculine, usually she has to either find someone that's even more masculine than her.
Yeah.
So like a hyper masculine person, or find someone that's less masculine. So like that's one element. Second element is a lot of black women, if I'm gonna be honest, are same way that I could say this about men too, but like a lot of black women are insecure. And they feel a kind of like contentment, or they're able to deal with the situation. They're able to see their life in a better light if they're better than their partner. You know what I'm saying? Like
if they're better than their partner.
Yeah, like you're saying, like looking down on
the man.
Yeah. Because it's not just hood niggas that's got money that's fucking all the girls, bro.
But that's why we said hoodpergamy is from the bottom and the top.
Yeah.
The bottom scammers, the drug dealers, the hustlers, whatever, the regular dudes, but they're hood.
Yeah.
And then the top, rappers.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's literally.
But there's a lot of girls that I'm saying like they'll deal with a guy who don't really got his shit together, because whenever they around a guy that got his shit together, it make her feel a type of way.
That's
true.
What I'm saying? That's true. Yeah. I mean, you gotta understand, a lot of the women in our community come from single parent households.
Yeah.
So because they come from single parent households, their mother been the go getter. The mother's been the masculine, ambitious type of woman.
Facts.
So the mother taught her power dynamic since she was young.
Yeah.
So when she's when she straddled the dealt with a man who's probably more dominant than her, and she knows how it felt. Maybe she felt super powerless.
Yeah.
So when they get that level of freedom to choose, they will choose somebody who has a lesser, financial status,
or this has to rely on them,
and the boy, shout out to Austin Durham, but not Austin Holloman, sorry.
Yeah.
He was saying how he would have issues like when girls saw that he had his own place, he had a car and stuff like that, like they'll ghost him. Shit. And it was like, because it was a threat. And I've heard many men speak about this too in the manosphere, where they'll say,
I know for me, bro, that's why I stopped. I'll be honest with you, I stopped talking to girls, like even if she's bad, even if she's pretty, whatever, I stopped talking to girls that's kind of a little bit like hood, to be honest. Like, even just a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Like altogether, because I kept running into that shit.
Yeah.
I kept running into like a girl like seeing that I got my shit together or whatever, or feeling like I'm doing all right, and it would just rub her the wrong way. She was it's sabotaging. It's like if you talk to a bad girl, you're like, bro, this girl out of my fucking league.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's almost like you sabotage the situation because it's like, oh, she don't want me anyway.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like that's how they move.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely felt that like on a few occasions, like definitely she moved away.
For sure.
On like sabotaging the shit, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what's crazy? I just thought about something too, where even the lifestyle is different. Like it would just cross you out. Even if she gave you the chance, like, let's just be honest, you gonna smoke her up? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not generalizing all women who smoke, but a lot of women in our community do smoke.
Yeah.
And do partake in certain lifestyles that may be different from the average man. So even on that merit, you're already canceled, because it's like, I can't even provide certain things that would you be used to.
Yeah.
Even when you go on these dating apps, you would see girls put 420 friendly, and it's like, when I see that, I already automatically X them out because I don't smoke.
You don't smoke, yeah.
It's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like,
it's true. It's a lifestyle difference.
It's a whole lifestyle difference.
It's more so like, all right, so hood girls, obviously it would make sense for a hood girl to be with a hood nigga.
Yeah.
But the problem is suburban girls
desiring,
girls that's getting the degrees, girls that's striving in society, like girls that's into all types of shit. Yeah. Want this type of nigga.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. It's again, social media, the media in general, like the glamorization of the rappers, right? Like we speak about this too. Like they are the kings of the ancient. Like if you look at it, like anybody who's on a higher level, who's super like pushed in your face, they are. It is what it is. So because of that, because of they're shown as the royal family. I even seen something. I went under Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's picture. Rihanna posted it on Instagram. I'm sure y'all saw that. Everybody's going crazy about it right now. And a girl said, she said, I'm going to tell my kids they were the royal family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
so,
yeah, that little
you know what I'm saying?
Twitter
Like,
joke,
so this is how girls really view that.
yeah.
You feel me? Because they looking at these people are larger than lifestyle. Not only they got everything that they want, they got the cars, they got the clothes.
That's the thing about human beings, bro. They're so fucking infatuated with the glamorization of like fucking celebrities, bro. Like,
Yeah.
jeez. It's almost like we don't love ourselves. We
No.
love them more. Like, it's crazy.
Because we've been like fed them, like spoon fed them. It's like it's even when you watch like Game of Thrones, like what would the peasant population look forward to?
When the king comes out.
Yeah, when the king
Bro,
comes out.
I'm that one nigga in Game of Thrones, bro, that is like to the side, bro. You ain't catching me at no event, no
or
gladiator
even the
event,
gladiator games.
no gladiator event, no fucking red carpet event, no nothing, bro. I'm at the side.
No.
I'm gonna be in my crib just chilling.
Yeah, I mean it's just, and it's not to knock at another man, but you just gotta be smart. Like I see a lot of dudes be taking their girls to their girl's favorite artist concert or anybody. I'm just like, bro, like why are you doing that? Like,
yeah,
why? You're feeding in being a fan, and you're making her like, and that's another thing too. Like I always ask the girls that I deal with, like, yo, who's your favorite? We spoke about this a little bit. Like, oh, who's your favorite rapper or who's your favorite artist?
That'll tell you everything you need to know.
I really need to know because I'm gonna be like, then you need to go for him. If that's who really makes you wet and that's who you really want, I'm not the type of guy for you.
Facts. If a girl's favorite artist does not align with you, like if you fucking dress like Talib Kweli, Mos Def, and a girl's favorite artist is, even if a girl's favorite artist is like someone like Tory Lanez or some shit. It's just.
You told me one time like a girl told you her favorite artist is Pooh Shiesty or something like that.
Nah, she told me it was NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, NBA YoungBoy. Okay, I thought it was Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah, once she told me her favorite artist was NBA YoungBoy, I immediately knew. Well, I was an idiot actually.
You was delusional.
Bro, I was delusional at the time because I was still I was thinking with the little head, not the big head. But
exactly.
Anyway, now I know that basically I was never gonna. Even if I'm swagged out, even if I'm like I'm me, right?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna live up to that girl's expectations. Same way if the situation was flipped, like if a hood nigga walk up to a girl and she only listens to Brent Fires and she only like The Weeknd and she likes that type of music and she only likes that type of vibe.
Yeah.
She's gonna look at you like, I don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same shit. That's very important to like vet a girl by her music taste and what she listens to the most, and who she idolizes as a man.
As a man, yeah, and unfortunately, that's what you're competing with.
That's who you're competing with, 100%. Yeah.
So that leads into polyamory, modern day polyamory. So because of what we're speaking about, because of social media, because of the glamorization of these artists and entertainers, polyamory is taking place right now.
Yeah. So you had a point. And I didn't really believe it at first, but I've been giving some thought to it. You said that you think eventually women are gonna be accepting of polyamory or polygamy. Yeah. And it's gonna be basically normal for men to have multiple wives, which is like contrary to popular belief because we would assume that women would never put up with that shit based on how like feminism and like how it's gone so far, like with how the woman's how they act, right, in this day and age, in modern day. So, yeah, like, touch on that, like.
Yeah, I mean, so we could talk. Let me pull up my phone real quick. Something I read recently, or article, and it said basically, right now in America, several cities in Massachusetts have already given legal recognition of polyamorous relationships in Somerville, Cambridge, and Arlington.
Okay.
So, meaning... if you can say I'm in a throuple or I have multiple partners and we share this apartment or we're in this. So in the case of somebody dying or in the case of y'all splitting up, you're entitled now to whatever you guys agreed upon. So that's the first start. Like,
that's the gateway.
That's the gateway. So if states are now starting to look into this and legalize this, then what's next?
Yeah.
Obviously polygamy. Because now it's going to be like, well, you started with polyamory and then why not to keep it in a sort of social cohesion where it's actually marriage minded, polygamy would be the next thing.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's like it's already here. Like it's already here. Like even on my scale,
we're talking about legal polygamy because it's already going on.
Yeah. It's, especially in the black community, polygamy has been going on for years because baby mamas.
What's the term you coined?
Well, was it hoodpergamy?
Hoodligamy. Hoodligamy. This is the first time you ever heard this. Hoodpergamy and hoodligamy.
Facts. Anyways, so hoodligamy.
Break it down. Bro,
in the black community, there's so much emphasis on baby mamas. Like, ain't nobody getting married anymore. So, like, when a man, what people don't realize is that when a man has multiple baby moms, when a man has 2, 3, 4 baby moms, those, like, as much as I don't give a fuck what you think, those baby moms are now his, essentially, until the end of time. Yeah. The reason why is because you are tied to him. You are tied to that person for 18 fucking years. Yeah. You're not gonna tell me that year 3 or year 4 or year 5 or year 6, year 7, any of those years, you're not gonna go back to him for this. You're not gonna go back to him for that. You get what I'm saying? You might still be romantically with him. You get what I'm saying? And anytime a woman is with a man, it means that she's not with another man. You get what I'm saying? So these niggas that got 3 baby moms, 4 baby moms, that's polygamy. That's been going on for years. Yeah. But the only thing that's different is that it's gonna become where, like you said, like legalized. It's gonna be outward before it even becomes legal. It's gonna be outward acceptance. Yeah, social acceptance. There's gonna be a push for it.
Yeah, sure. And it's gonna start. It always starts with the top and comes down. Yeah. So like the celebrities are going to openly, like, you remember it even started a few years ago with the open relationship with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, right?
Facts. Oh so, yeah. Every time stuff like that comes out, I always think of it like, yo, every time something comes out, bro, it's almost like they're desensitizing you to things.
Sure.
So even if it's not on purpose, like school shootings and shit like that, is desensitizing you to school shootings. Yeah. Like stories about polyamory is desensitizing you to polyamory. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like all that shit is desensitizing you to it. So essentially now people are gonna think like, bro, I was just watching my friend, she was watching a show about like a doctor show where the woman had 2 men. And we're gonna touch that on that in a future episode, but
that's what we said. What I mean, polygamy, that's the incentive. Polygamy means men can have multiple women and women can have multiple men. Polygyny is only when a man have multiple wives. Yeah. But polygamy is going to be legal because there's no way they're not gonna. It's already legalized in South Africa. Like, women can actually have multiple husbands.
Husbands?
Yes.
South Africa is like advanced, like as in like feminist.
Hell yeah, bro! Don't you know that?
That's crazy.
South Africa is just like America. It's just in Africa. Yeah. Like, they're modern. They have everything that America has. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
You know what's crazy in that show though, bro? In that show, the girl, she ended up having a child by one of the guys, and basically, like, both of them was like, yo, who's the father? And she, you know what's the craziest thing, bro? She said it doesn't matter who the father is.
Of course you would. And then
that's crazy, bro.
Of course. What? Because they're in a poly family.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
And
that's
the men who sign up for that, they know who they are.
That's crazy to me. Anyway, but continuing on what you were saying, like,
yeah. So this is the future, like.
And why do you think it's gonna be why do you think it's coming about? What factors?
Social media, 100%. Okay. Social media ruined it. Social media made women have access to all the wealthy men in the world and all the hood men in the world.
All the handsome men.
All the handsome men in the world. Yeah. So all the Chads, all the Tyrones, like all of them. Yeah. So now, this is what they desire. Like, you got to think of, like, before, women couldn't see. It's like what you know, right? So what they knew before was just, oh, maybe a local guy. Yeah. So now it's globalized. So, like, okay, I see Chad, and Chad is on a yacht in Miami. Chad's driving a Bentley, and then I see multiple Chads. There's another Chad in Nigeria. There's another one. Oh, there's another one in London. Oh, there's another one in Toronto, and they're all in their DMs. Oh, by the way, when I go on Tinder, because you know the Tinder, you have international location, so you have men doing it internationally.
You can set your location anywhere.
So now they're gonna set their location because they're like, oh, I'm coming to Miami for like 2 weeks, and they'll set the location.
You know what's crazy to me, bro?
Yeah,
there's so much guys that like they'll hear that shit and they'll just like brush it off. Like it's almost like, bro, it's almost like you about to telling people like that the fucking stock market is about to crash in 2007 and nobody fucking believes you.
Believes it, of
like,
course.
Bro, that's real fucking shit right there. Like,
of course.
And how could you not see the writing on the wall? Like,
yeah,
how?
Like all the guys that are against the passport bro movement, or like, you know, just in denial and saying, man, that's just not gonna really happen. Like I get 1 or 2 play. Like, bro, that's you. You're getting 1 or 2 play a year, 1 or 2. Imagine how much you used to get 5-10 years ago, bro.
Facts.
If you were a ladies' man, you were getting way more play than you were getting than in the last 5 years. 100%.
100%.
I think that's the statistics. They say,
bro, you know what's the craziest statistic? They said they asked the North American man how much partners. What's the average North American man?
Yeah.
How much sexual partners does he have in a lifetime?
Yeah.
Guess what number it was, bro?
North American.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
5. The average is 5.
Average.
Yeah.
In a lifetime.
Bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that goes to show that, bro, there's a lot of men like that aren't really doing well dating, bro.
Of course not.
And then it's just gonna get worse for everyone, like bottom to the top.
So, and if you look at ancient society, right, thousands of years, all kingdoms, polygamy was legal.
Yeah.
So the kings, and who the kings appointed as
the knights
and stuff, they will have multiple wives, but mostly the king will have more than all the wife, and the peasant was allowed to have one woman and a peasant woman, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and she obviously would be in a poor, but she would try to,
if he could get one, bro, because a lot of them would die out in war.
Exactly, if he could get one.
Yeah.
And then on when he did get one, because of her lifestyle was so peasantry, she would find her way to try to get to the king so that she can have a better royal life.
Yeah.
So fast forward to now in America, women want a better life. Women, let's be honest, most women don't want to work.
Yeah.
And the ones that do, they do it. So
even if a woman wants to work, even if a woman does work, she wants to be able to. And if you were a man, same thing. Like, wouldn't you want to be able to spend somebody else's money?
Correct.
Of course.
Yeah, it's the easiest thing to do.
Easiest shit to do. You work, like, if I could work 40 hours a week and then have someone that's to spend their money too, of course I'll do that shit. Yeah. So that's the rich or poor, all women desire these things. That's why they're all going competing for the same man.
Same man. And then in America, it's historical because there's more women that now have crossed over into the, you know, the 10%, the 15 to 20% percentile of wealth, right? So now they want higher. Yeah. So they're shooting upwards even higher than before. But the thing is, there's not enough men in that 1% that they can that every woman can have for themselves. So they have to share. Yeah. So in reality, there's gonna two things are gonna happen. Some girls are going to shoot downwards and just accept, but they're already doing it because, like what we spoke about, Hoodpergamy. Yeah. On the downward side, the women who live in, for example, Atlanta, they're shooting downwards and they're dating guys who are not on their level, but they fit the bad boy lifestyle, right? So just imagine how it's going to be in the next 15, 20 years. It's just going to be worse. So as a man, like, you got to, you have two choices. Get your shit together, become the 1% so that you can have a polygamous family, right? Or you're going to be, because what's really going to happen, and this is my opinion, I believe like what would happen is when polygamy is passed, legal polygamy is passed, and men are openly, as you said, practicing polygamy, and the rappers and all the people are doing it, a lot of the small men, like a lot of the,
they're going to revolt, bro.
They're going to revolt.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of revolt, and then what's going to happen is top is going to enforce monogamy again. But what the thing is, they're going to give you like the lowest of their scraps, what's left over, and then what's like going to the what? No average man is getting a virgin anymore.
I mean, that's gone.
In the future,
that's gone. That's been gone for fucking 40 years, bro.
Yeah,
60, you think 60, 70, 80 years.
You think right now in America, an average man, the entire America, can't get one virgin gal?
No, you want to know why though? Because it's frowned upon to date younger women. And then the younger guy.
So you're telling me there's no virgin woman that's 18 years old in America?
If a girl's 18 years old, she's not gonna end up being a virgin and marrying that guy. Because the guy she talks to is probably going to be 19, 20, 21 or whatever's going to happen. She either finds a better option or maybe he's too young to settle down. So she's not a virgin anymore. And then you can't, even if a guy is perfect, but he's 30 years old, it's frowned upon for him to date an 18-year-old or 19-year-old. So that ain't happening. So, why you think there's girls that 17, 18, 19, bro, there's no relationships. You know what I wanted to, we could touch on this on another podcast, but Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to touch on it here, but
well, I mean, what you just said, we could tap into like situationships.
Okay. We'll talk about that another one. All right. But yeah, continuing with hypergamy and hypergamy.
Yeah. So that's hypergamy. Sorry. So that's polygamy, like the future of polygamy.
Oh, okay.
Legalize polygamy in America, and yeah, that's about it. But we could talk, like, even look at the situations of now, like the situationships. Think about how many girls, if you ask her, yo, are you talking to that guy? Yeah, it's a situationship, you know. So even that leads into the polyamory, the polygamy, because situationship is normalized. Like right now, a girl can't even be bashed for her giving up herself, right, freely.
Yeah. Because
of feminism, right? So it's just, I'm going to give myself and it's going to be fine because the situationship is fine and polyamory is fine. And if you have multiple male partners, but you guys don't commit to each other, it's normalized.
Talking about situationships, bro, but I realized that today, Valentine's Day, bro, I did some observing. And what I found was crazy. So, bro, every time so out of all the girls that did have a Valentine's and posted their flowers, almost none of them posted their man in their stories.
Yeah,
like almost none of them.
Yeah.
So then I started to think, like, why is that the case? Why is that the case?
Yeah, because they have multiple suitors. Like they have multiple suitors, multiple men that they're dealing with. So whoever
you think it's that, or do you think it's the fact that that guy has multiple girls?
It could be both. Because maybe he's not claiming her. Because obviously, if she was to post him, he don't really claim her. But she accepts. That's what I'm trying to say. She accepts a situationship like that with that type of man.
Yeah, because her agenda is to. One thing to never underestimate about a woman is like, a lot of women are not competitive, but when they get their feelings involved, they're very competitive.
Yeah. So
like, not only did I see that on Valentine's Day. But then I also seen that a lot of girls didn't even have a Valentine. So, yeah. And then some girls was hating. Like one girl's post was like, am I hating for blocking everyone that posted a Valentine?
Of course. Because they want to feel special, and it's the competition levels on the highest it's ever been.
Bro, I just think it's crazy right now, bro. I genuinely think that. It's crazy, bro.
And let me make this point.
It's really hard for women to get commitment out of men.
No, commitment is over. Out of the man that's what I'm saying. And hence why we're talking about polyamory. Commitment is over. Yeah. Once you have accepted situationships and you have not pressured any man to try to commit to you, and even if you did, they're not committing, you have to accept your role as a woman.
And then they get their feelings involved. And correct. They can't let the man go.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and this is what I said earlier is, once the old generation, like the Donald Trumps, the 50s, I mean, I would say once after the 40s die out, and because remember, our generation is the revolutionary generation. Our generation is, we don't like the old. The old is oppressive. Yeah, everything about the old. That's why people complain about America. Yeah. Whatever the old created is not working. So once they're done, The people who are pushing poly is the young people.
Yeah.
So once they're done, polygamy is just going to be normalized because how many girls you know really go to church anymore? Hardly any. Hardly any. How many men do you know that are religious?
Yeah.
How many celebrities are religious? None. Almost none. So once the older generation has died, the young generation is going to be this free-flowing, polyamorous, polygynous, creative, whatever they want to do type of energy. Unless there's some form of our generation, which is us, the last ones, unless we fix and change things and kind of mold it in a certain way that it could be a little bit better, it's going to just be fully just freedom. And then that type of society, what does that look like? How do you control a society where a woman can do whatever she wants to do? She can have many bodies that she can, and no one can judge her for that. A man can do whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
I mean, it's already crazy right now, bro. Like,
correct.
Even on my scale, I've had girls like say that they don't mind. Like I've had girls compete over me, right? Mm-hmm. Multiple times.
Sure.
So I can imagine, even on a higher scale, what the fuck they doing, got going on.
Willing to share, openly willing to share.
10, 12.
Isn't Floyd Mayweather have like 7 girlfriends? How does a man like
Nick
that?
Cannon got 12 now?
Yeah, baby mothers.
12 baby moms. Yeah.
You can name them. You literally can have the pick of the litter as a 1%er. This is actually the best time to be alive for 1%er. And in the future, in America, is going to be the best because it's not like other places where it's still like taboo to be poly. Like America is freeing, and I'm sure once that happens, Canada will follow, UK will follow, the West will follow, and it will just be and I'm saying this like a lot of girls or anybody who's watching this who's against that, like, damn, I can't believe this world, like this is what's gonna come to. It's the reality, and it started.
It's unfortunate because it's like woman. You know this crazy thing? I've actually spoke to women multiple times, and I've told them about like I've given them game.
Yeah.
On like the aspect of once they talk to a guy and they've done something with a guy, they actually can't go back to a lesser guy. Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? They all fucking agree.
Yeah.
Like, cause a lot of times girls cap, but they agreed.
Yeah. 100%.
Like they immediately understood what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Like they immediately understood that. They immediately understood that once you deal with a certain guy, you cannot go back to the old guy because the problem is that you always gonna compare him.
Facts.
You always gonna compare.
Yeah. So.
And because of that, now, like for instance, you on a dating app, or you some nigga slides in your Instagram, some football player slides in your Instagram. You bad as hell. Football player slides in your Instagram. You smash a football player. He never commits to you. Now. Months later, boom, you find yourself back on the market. Yeah. Now every nigga you talk to, you're gonna be comparing to the football player.
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. That's why
none of them gonna satisfy you, or you're not gonna give up yourself.
That's why women are more demanding than ever before. They demand more because is what they're experiencing with the men at the top.
Yeah.
As an average man, you don't ever get access to a top woman. Just is what it is, because a lot of top women, it's like a name basis. So it's a family thing. Like, for example, a woman who was born into a wealthy family, unless you're in her perimeter or her family introduced you, you're not going to, right?
Facts.
So an average man is just dealing with an average woman mostly. Yeah. And if he sees a baddie who's out of his league, he may approach and, play his cards, see how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
But women, on the opposite, it don't matter how young they are. It don't matter how old they are, right? If they're beautiful, they're going to be approached.
Facts.
So
on Instagram,
Twitter. Oh my God, Facebook, Tinder,
dating
Bumble.
Apps. Yeah.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? And then in your workplace.
Yeah, in your workplace.
When you go to the clubs, girls are not going like, and you could see this. Go to an average bar, right? Just go to a regular bar or a regular, like, just your neighborhood place. You're not going to see bad girls there. You have to go to the top places.
Oh my God, that's
you have
facts.
to go to the top places to see bad girls.
I can't lie, bro. The only place you're gonna see bad girls is brunch.
Yes.
And nightclubs and sections.
Correct.
That's it.
And nightclubs live.
If you in the black community, if you in the white community, you can see a fine like
at the bar,
10 out of 10 at the bar, but
because that's normalized.
In our community, bro,
nah, you gotta go to the top place.
You go to a day party,
a
fucking like a sectioned out like nightclub.
Everything is sectioned. They only go to the section
or brunch. You ain't seen no bad chicks. Nothing.
Yeah. So the night game, if you don't got the money, night game ain't for you, bro.
It's not worth it, bro.
100%. Because you're competing, and these guys they might even have more money than you, but because of they have a lot of friends, or they know someone.
Yeah, they know someone.
Yeah. They got a section, and that's just it's just perspective. That's just still more valuable than you.
And that even plays into like the hypergamy and like the thing I'm talking about. Because usually when you go to a section, what do you see, bro? You see 3 guys. Yeah. Or like maybe 5, 6 guys. Yeah. And like 5, 10 girls.
Yeah, like 10
There's
girls.
always way more girls than men.
Sure, 100%.
So women are like engineered to like be accepted of men being around multiple women. Because
great point.
Because it's pre-selection. It's like, okay, them girls think he's cool. Yeah. Them girls think he's like a good vibe. Okay, I'm a rock with him. I'm gonna see what he's about. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's why polygamy is just normalized. Like even down to the section. I never even thought about that. Even down to the section aspect, when they're around other women, like it's open. And I think I read a story. They said it's about 50% or 40% now of girls are more into being bi. Like more girls are bisexual now.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
That's another thing that plays on like women being more open to polygamy.
Almost every girl I done talked to had at least one bi experience. Yeah. Almost every single one of them. Actually, no. Yeah, almost every single one of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's America. Yeah. This is America. So, it's nothing you can do. This is just the reality. Like, and another thing is like, because women like make more money now, or see like what their favorite celebrity has, going back to demanding, they want that Chanel bag. They want that Birkin bag. They want those trips to Dubai. Yeah, they want more than before.
There's a huge pressure.
It's a whole pressure.
It's a pressure for them. Like, it's a pressure for them, and that shit's not going away. Like Instagram not going away, Twitter's not going away. Nope. Dating app's not going away. Fucking anything. All this shit's not going away. It is not going away, bro. Even something as stupid as fucking Pinterest.
Oh yeah, what? Like, Pinterest makes you see more of like the luxury life.
Pinterest makes you see the luxury life. Oh, I like those curtains. Oh, that rug is crazy. Yeah. Oh, that chandelier. I want that chandelier in my house. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like all these things that we see. Men are very minimalist people, but women are not built that way. Yeah. So it's like that just everything like it's like everything is working together to play into hypergamy, like or to play into what's going on, bro. Yeah. It's crazy.
100%.
And I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but
no, we're just talking reality.
We're just talking like the reality of it. Like it's just, this shit is crazy. Because I feel it on my side. Mm-hmm. Like I consider myself a handsome guy. I do well for myself. Yeah. And I carry myself in a certain way. I'm, very confident on those things. So, and I feel it on my side. Like I feel I've many times in my life I've had multiple girls like, I guess yearn for my attention or like try to be in my circle. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then there's times where I know that like I see a guy like I'm saying, bro, like blue check mark, 100,000 followers. So if I'm having like 2 or 3, I know that nigga having 1,000. Yeah. So,
but even down to the aspect, like even my girl, like, she showed me that Sean Kingston slid into her DM. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, like. Even when you have even as an average man, when you have a girl,
that's a fact.
And your girls on social media, they're getting DM'd by like guys with blue checks all the time.
That's why it's done, bro. I'll be honest with you. That's why it's done. I'll be honest because how many times is your girl gonna turn that down?
Yeah.
How many times is your girl
my
gonna?
girl gonna do it because
like
I'm that guy. But
yeah.
Most,
I'm saying
most
like
guys,
the average guy, like how many times is your girl gonna turn down a nigga of such high status jumping in her DM?
Yeah.
And the thing about men is that they're so fucking delusional that they think that, oh, my girl would never do this, or women don't think like that, or women don't act like that. You get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you telling me if Rihanna was jumping in your DM, you wouldn't fuck? You get what I'm saying? And for the most, in most cases, most men don't have like a certain pull over their woman like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So essentially, like that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're facing.
Yeah.
The average guy, like, bro, I could tell a story about the time when 2 years ago when we was in Miami and was dealing with this girl. We approached her, whatever, talked to her, Anyway, things happen, whatever. She goes back to her city. I still follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I see the nigga that she posting, her man, right?
But
I'm looking at her, and I've seen her multiple days in Miami on the Strip.
Yeah.
And I seen the type of niggas that she was with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember her, like the brown skin girl.
Okay.
I seen the type of niggas that she was with, right? So I'm thinking to myself, obviously she's cheating on her man or whatever,
Sure.
But she's gonna go back to her man after she done had all those experiences, and then be able to kiss him and love him the same way.
They don't
that
care.
shit ain't last long, bro.
Yeah.
Within a few months, they was done.
Yeah.
Within a few months, she ain't never post that nigga again.
I mean, and that's why, like, honestly, as an average dude, or even top value dude, like you, and then it becomes control, because honestly, like even me, I only deal with girls that has like very low numbers on Instagram. Yeah. Like less than 10K.
100%.
Once they have more, bro.
If a girl got like 6, 7.
Even 6? You would have talked to a girl if she had 6?
It depends. 6, 7.
Even 6? 6 is not that much, bro.
It depends. Well, I mean, it's pushing it though.
Yeah,
it's pushing it.
Yeah,
it's pushing it. Cause what's 6? And that's 5 months from now you're gonna have 10.
That's if she's really active.
If she's active, yeah. It depends on how the account is set up. Like, girl got 6,000 followers. Sometimes she could get 1,000 likes on her photos. That's 1,000 different niggas. So it is kind of crazy.
You gotta know your woman. Like, a lot of men just be naive. Like, you gotta interview your woman. Like, who does she like? Like, what type of things who she listens to? Where does she like to shop? Yeah. Like, what does she do? You gotta figure out her mind, because then you can be like, yo, all right, this girl's for me or not. Because if not, yo, your girl, bro, she might tell you she's going to Houston for some shit, and that's where that ball player or whoever she's into flew out.
That's where it starts, though.
It's crazy.
That's where it starts.
It's crazy.
All it takes is one experience, bro. All it takes is one experience, and she'll never be able to see another nigga the same again. And I'm even talking about on my scale. Yeah. Like I said, a nigga might be looking at me like, bro, oh damn, you got it all together. Yeah. But if I talk to a girl and she fuck D'Angelo Russell or some shit, fuck am I do, bro? I can't compete with that.
That's competition.
It's competition, bro. So it's like automatically it's like, oh, guys are gonna be like, oh, you sound mad insecure, you sound this. Bro, how the fuck do I sound insecure? When a girl has an experience with a certain man, she can only like meet that marker now. Yeah. Like, that's her new threshold. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Like, even if she get with you, bro, and you'll see, like, unless you're that dude, you can be lesser in value of monetary, but you're still that man. Like, you're still confident, you're still ambitious. You're a man. You know how to put her in check. You know how to do things. But if you're not that, bro.
But I'm just saying I'm not saying I can't get that girl, but it just makes it so much more difficult.
No, but I'm saying if you're that type of guy, you can hold it down. Because if she had that experience, it's a possibility you can still hold it down because you got game. But I'm talking about the guys that don't have no game, and they get with a girl, and a girl had a past experience. She might get with you to utilize you because those guys are not committing to her. And but she would just utilize you and use you, but you still go fuck with another dude. Cause she will still yearn for that type of guy.
And that's what is going on right now.
And that's what's really going on. That's why when like, Kevin Samuels used to interview these girls, and the girl was like, she would work at the law firm or whatever, and she was like, yeah, they be checking for me. Yeah, I got a lot of suitors here. And what she's really saying is, yeah, he banged you, the doctor banged you, but he didn't commit. And that's what Kevin Samuels is trying to tell her, like, yeah, any man will bang you, but is he putting a ring on your finger?
Facts.
So now you, in your head, you're like, okay, I can get the doctor. I'm looking for doctors. I'm looking for 6-figure guys because the doctor gave me fucking play. So they fucking it up. They literally fucking it up. That's why another reason why if you got a girl, bro, you got to be careful of where she works. Be careful of where she works.
We're gonna talk about that on another podcast.
We're
gonna drop the top 10 worst professions.
The worst professions. Yeah, we gotta drop professions.
That. Straight up, bro. This shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, I think I don't know if a lot of like people who make content like what we're making, they don't really touch on this shit too much because a lot of these niggas don't even like black girls. Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
but like if you
I see dudes going over big thing Thai girls. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Like don't get me wrong, Thai girls look good too, but
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
be careful them lady boys. That's all I gotta say to y'all brothers.
But I obviously I like all types, but I like black girls mostly. So in my experience, bro, you can't tell me like this is not the case that's going on. Like you can't tell me that shit is not happening. Like you just can't. And even as a man like myself, who I consider myself, I could play both sides. I'm cool with both sides. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, bro, I see it like daily. Like I see it nonstop. Like I've seen it in New York. I've lived in London. I've lived in Miami. Like I've seen it. You know
what? Hoodpergamy or hoodligamy?
Hoodpergamy. Yeah. Like,
yeah. That's facts, man. It's sad, man, because it's really only in the West, man. It's really only in the West. Like America, I would say America, probably England as well. The roadman them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know Canada like that. I don't know how it is really out there. But in America, hoodpergamy in the black community. Yo.
But I think appearance has a lot to do with it. I can't even hold you. Like without mouthpiece, take mouthpiece apart.
Yeah.
Appearance has a lot to do with it.
With hoodpergamy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you are like if you go outside, like you have a short sleeve button up.
Yeah.
And like say you looking like, you know what I mean, like the type of shit like smooth black guys be wearing or whatever. You had that on, bro. You immediately taking out the cards for a lot of girls.
You immediately taking out the cards.
Taking out the cards, yeah.
Like what do you mean?
Like you immediately
like what I'm wearing?
No, not you. Like. Not you, but I'm saying like the short sleeve, like open shirt, like may have flowers on it and shit.
Oh yeah.
You immediately taken out. You immediately taken out.
Yeah. Is this the simple dressing for sure? For sure, like the simple dressing, like you're not putting any effort into your swag.
No, I'm saying like it might be swag. I'm saying it's you're taking out. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you're talking about like the suburban look, like the traditional polo.
The polo or like nice Zara shirt. You're taking out, bro.
So what would you say is attracts the women? What type of clothes?
What, black girls?
Yeah.
A black t-shirt.
A black
t-shirt.
Bro, most men wear a white t-shirt anyways.
A white t-shirt, black t-shirt. Yeah.
White t-shirt. Nah, it's not about the t-shirt, bro.
I'm joking, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's
just your style. It's just your style has to be.
I'm not advocating for that.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating for anyone to dress how they don't want to dress. I'm not advocating for anyone to be how they don't want to be.
Based on your perception, based on your experience of what you've seen.
Based on my experience of what I've seen, you're automatically disqualified. I don't give a fuck how you talk.
It's based on what you wear. Like your parents, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Your parents definitely could.
Like think about it. When we went to this is a perfect example. Remember when we went to that party the other day and we seen a tall guy and he was dancing?
Yeah.
You remember him, right?
Yeah.
And he had like the exactly what I'm talking about. The short sleeve button up, or he had like a regular shirt.
Yeah.
If he had a black hoodie on, you get what I'm saying? You would have viewed him differently. That's what I'm trying to say.
I would have viewed him differently. Oh
yes,
yeah, appearance. Yeah.
Appearance is a big thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
For sure.
So that alone disqualifies a lot of men from women in our community.
Yeah.
It just is what it is, bro.
Yeah, if you're a suburban type of dude and you want black women, bro, like, just go outside of the big cities. Because honestly, in the major cities and definitely urban cities where, like, you know, urban lifestyle is more prevalent and less suburban, you're going to have more of the women who desire the hood type of mentality and the hood type of guy. Yeah. Like that type of appearance, that type of style, that type of character. Right. It's just a reality. If y'all really, like, if you're a professional man, you're a suburban type of man, I would advise you to go check out cities like Rhode Island, Idaho, Phoenix, you know, smaller cities, in smaller cities in the major cities, in the major states, if you want to deal with women in America. Because you'll have a better opportunity if you want to deal with black women. If you want to deal specifically with black women, you will have a better experience. With that said, I want to thank y'all for watching again. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know your feedback, what kind of topics you would like us to talk about. And until next time, peace out.